If you had no fears, no doubts, and no limitations, what would you do? What would you truly choose to do with your time? Would you start to go out there in the world and just try new things without fearing them, without caring about what's in your way? Would you go test yourself, do something you thought you would have never done before, but because now fear and doubt are out the window, you're doing it? What would you truly do? Would you stop caring what people thought? Would you start changing your life? I want you to sit with yourself and answer that question. What would you truly do if there was nothing standing in your way? And I reckon your answer to that would be anything and everything. You would do all the things you wish you could have done if you didn't have fear and doubt and things standing in the way. So although in this concurrent life that fear may be there, that doubt may be there, the limitations of what may be there, I want you to treat life as if they're no longer there. I want you to actually go and live that life. Go and live that answer to the question, even though they may be there still, even though that fear may be there. Because the only way you truly get past the fear is to test the fear. Is to just look at it in the eye and be like, you may be there, but you don't have to be there. Doubt, you may be there, but you don't have to be there. I can do this. Limitations, you may be there, but you don't have to be there, because the only limits that are there are the ones you put on yourself. The only doubt that is there is the one you put on yourself. The only fear that is there is the one that you put on yourself. Fear can disappear, doubt can disappear, limitations can go, but it's all choice. Which means that there is a reality where the answer you gave to that question, where what would I do if I had nothing in my way? It exists, but it starts with control and it starts with option. And if you genuinely believe that you can get past doubt, fear, limitations, and that you can just remove it from your life. I know it's going to be difficult. You know that it's going to be difficult. I knew that it was going to be difficult in my life. Before I started creating content, I doubted myself where I could get with it. I put limitations in my way that didn't even need to be there. I feared getting on camera. I would look back at the videos after recording them and delete them, even if they were 10-20 minute recorded videos, because I didn't like the way I looked. So I never started. I doubted myself. But if I continued to do that, I would have never done this. I would have never unlocked the potential for myself. So I know there's something you want to do. How are you ever going to improve yourself or get a better physique if you never go to the gym? If you never break that fear of being in the gym for the first time? When I first went to the gym, I feared it so much. I'd never done it before. The only way I broke the fear was to go and do it, to test it, and the fear was gone. How would you ever win a race if you doubt the fact that there's a chance you may lose? Oh, well, I might just lose, so I'm not even going to run the race. How are you going to be anywhere or achieve any sort of success, goals or ambitions if you put limitations on yourself? Oh, you know what? They're difficult, they're hard, I'm probably not going to be able to reach them, so it's like we'll just sack them off. Forget them. How are you truly going to get anywhere in life or have any sort of success or achieve any sort of goals or ambition if you keep labeling yourself and giving time to doubt, to fear, to limitations? So I want to remind you that a lot of the fear we feel, a lot of the doubt we have, a lot of the limitations we put forward are there because of us. Choice, control. Which means if they are a choice, you also have the decision to get rid of them, to remove them. And I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. I'm not going to tell you that you're just going to be able to get rid of them like that. It obviously requires work. But I know you've done it before. In school, you've probably run a race against people you knew were faster than you, but you ran it anyway. You tested yourself anyway. So where has that fearlessness gone from you? Because it is there. It still exists. But you just got to choose it. I know you can push yourself. I know you can achieve big things. I know you've probably tested yourself before when you were younger, but you've let it slip away from you because you put false limits in your way. You've chose those limits. Fear as well. Probably the biggest one of all. Fear makes us dismiss a lot of things, right? Think of something you really fear right now. could be like skydiving or something crazy, right? Jumping out of an aeroplane. I even think about that right now. I hate heights. I fear it, right? The thing is, you're putting that fear on yourself. There's going to be another person who has skydived before and thought, you know what, it's a scary thing, but I'm going to do it anyway. And they went and did it. So it's not impossible. It just becomes impossible when you keep labelling these false things upon yourself. When you label yourself as having fear, or you label yourself as being doubtful or having limitations. So I'm going to tell you that it is possible. Fear can go, doubt can go, limits can go. We've all had those situations, all those things we've done where we feared, and then fear's gone once we've done it. We've always had those things where we've doubted ourselves, but we've gone and did it anyway. We've always had those things where we've had things in our way and we've done it anyway. So why now is that present? I want you to ask that question to yourself. I want you to take in the advice from this video, and I want you to use it moving forward with every single aspect of your life. When you next fear something, when you next doubt yourself, and when you next put limits in front of you. They don't need to be there. It's all choice. Choose the right option. Choose to dismiss it. You can do this.